Oh yeah, I wanted to do extra commentaries. At the start, I choose a sign and a preferred weapon. So I choose arrows and no weapon, which actually gives me the best speed. And I don't really need weapon proficiency because I'll be using Yoyo pretty much. Yoyo is the only thing that matters, and for that, strength or proficiency doesn't really matter as long as I managed to spark Yoyo once. So that's why with the starting choices, I want to prioritize getting as much speed as possible. Because with speed, it'll be very important later to always act before the enemy. I said, thanks for the good luck. Yeah, so every character has like their own intro, and Katarina actually has the shortest intro, which is basically the main reason we want to play as Katarina for the speedrun. Yeah, that's like a lot of time to... like, you could explain all kinds of things ahead of time during this intro, but... I'm not gonna go that far. I'll just try to like explain everything that I'm doing, why I'm doing it. I don't want to try to explain the entire game. Also, this story doesn't really matter because we're not even gonna be doing Katarina's personal story. So whatever happened there, we're not even gonna deal with it during the run. Anyway, first we can only really go to Miles, and while we're here, I'm gonna grab a spell for Katarina. Binding Thorns. Binding Thorns can stun enemies, so that'll be used later. And then from the shop, I want to grab 4 hand axes and sell everything else because I don't need this stuff and I need money at the start. So hand axes will be important. We'll be upgrading them to Francisca's later, which all 5 characters in our endgame party are going to have 1 Francisca. 1 character actually comes with a hand axe, so we need to buy 4, then we'll have a total of 5. So well, we really want to go to Pidona as like the center of like everything. And from Pidona you could see that like huge list of destinations. So we're gonna go straight to Yarmouth. From Yarmouth, there's an NPC that tells us about lands, and we want to go to lands to recruit a couple characters, and it's also important for the story. We need to go there for story reasons. But while we're in Yarmouth, we have some things going on. There's some crime, and then there's Robin, who's delivering justice, and Robin is actually a really good character, so we will be able to recruit him, which is why we want to do these events in town. Also interesting now is that you get a dialogue option there. You can either choose to intervene or not, but the outcome is the same except that if you choose not to intervene, then you like Katarina doesn't have any dialogue. But if you choose to intervene, then you get some extra dialogue. Anyway, we did the Robin encounters for now. And then we talked to an NPC to learn about lands. And then we recruited Khalid and Ellen right here. And then there's an important NPC in this house who tells us about Alcon's floor. And we specifically need to talk about abyss gates. So what he's gonna tell us that there's 4 different abyss gates and we need to take care of them. That's basically gonna be our objective right now. But yeah, that's important to trigger some story. So we needed to do that. But now that's done, we're back to Pedona. And we're gonna start a bit of a quest line here with Thomas. For this particular route, it's gonna be important. And we're also going to the workshop. As I said earlier, we're going to upgrade those hand axes to Francisca's, which will be our main weapon, and for that we need the workshop. Hey Logic, thanks for the good luck. And we're also going to recruit Nora in the process. The workshop has its own mechanics. So one thing is, well, we're gonna start crafting a weapon. It doesn't really matter what it is. We just need to craft something to get started. And when Nora is in our party, we need to run into a total of 10 encounters for that weapon to be finished. And after that weapon is finished, we will be able to start working on Francisca. I'm doing this the wrong way. Yeah, I got kind of messed up. That's too much to explain. Or I should say, if I'm being like confused, if I'm struggling, that's hard to keep up with the explanation. Basically, I just gave Katarina a hand axe and took off some unnecessary equipment from some of the characters. And sold the stuff that I don't need. Anyway, for now, I'm going to create Arc, and then from create Arc, I'm able to go to Ake. And these will be important locations, but it's more efficient to kind of go straight from Great Arc to Ake, and you know, it'd be a bit complicated to explain the entire thought process behind like defrauding of going to different places, but basically where we're headed right now is the Fairyville, and from Fairyville there's another useful character we can recruit. And also the Fire Fortress is located here around the jungle, which is where one of the Abyss Gates is, so we need to take care of that. Okay, so I'm just gonna try and avoid encounters, although I do want to like run into total 10 encounters at some point. Yeah, jungle. Okay, that's one encounter, and here's Fairyville. And we want to talk to one fairy, otherwise this location won't be unlocked on the map. Okay, now that that's done, I'm actually gonna go look for a mysterious fair. And in that fair, one of the fairies is captured and put on display, and we want to free that ferry, and after that we can recruit the ferry in our party. And also over here we're setting up the workshop and unlocking some new locations to go to. We'll also go back to the harbor. So the ferry can be in I think 7 different towns at random. So I don't know where it's gonna be, so we already saw that it's not in Pidona. Now I'm checking Shrublob, it could be here. If it's not here, I'm going to Vanguard and then Massa's. And if it's not there, then there's a few other places to check. It's not here. We need to go to Shrublob later anyway, and Vanguard as well, so even though it feels like the boat ride is pretty long, you have to do the boat ride at some point anyway. Also, these two fellows can tell us about some different locations to go to. Also, okay, it was not... The fair was not in any of those places, so for now I'm actually gonna go to the Great Ark, and there's a specific cave we want to go to, and this guy can tell us about it. We only really want to go here to pick up Wing Amulet. Another reason I want to do this now is because if I run into an encounter... Yeah, that's 2 encounters now. That's going to randomize the fair's location. So now I'm gonna check all those locations again. Wait, it is here. Oh, okay. Okay, I found it. Good. Didn't realize, yeah, you can't see the sign, but you can see the opening. But there's no, like, crates and stuff in the way. Yeah, so now that we've seen it, we just need to go to the inn. Sleep here, and then at night, we have an opportunity to go free the ferry. Again, now that this is done, I will be going to the jungle and to look for the Fire Fortress, and after I find the Fire Fortress I'll be able to recruit the ferry. That's 3 encounters now. A 4. And by the time I leave this jungle, I want to be at 10 encounters. So then I can finish setting up the workshop. So that's 5. So now I just need 2 grind encounters. 6. 7. There's kind of a buffer, like if you... 8. If you run into a lot of encounters earlier, like if enemies are surely in your way and you can't avoid them, then you wouldn't really need to like just specifically go out of your way to run into these enemies. But because I surely didn't get blocked by enemies a lot, I just needed to kind of sit there and run into enemies for a bit. You have to watch your movement a little bit here. specifically here at the top part, you need to run over this gap. If you don't run, you fall. And then you need to walk over those flowers, or you will fall. Okay, so we can recruit this fairy now. And then before we leave, we're gonna pick up this. Fairy's harp. It's a handy item to be used later. Oh, okay, this is not right. Here, okay. So now that we have the 10 encounters done, we can get rid of Nora, we don't need her anymore. And she will be necessary to have in the workshop. And we'll have another smith here. So with all of this done, we'll be able to start working on the Francisca. And now, with all of that out of the way, we're going to Yarmouth to recruit Robin. So we'll do the one last event in this town. We didn't want to do this earlier because you actually have to do some fighting for this. So now that we have the ferry, it's gonna be easier. And also the first time we came here, we actually didn't have any other party members, so... that wouldn't have been a good time to do this. So there's actually two Robins. There's the big one and the slim one. So in this first battle, we're gonna be teamed up with the slim Robin. He's gonna help us. And fortunately we only got one enemy here, so it's totally random. You could get up to like 4 enemies or something in this fight, and it's really rough if you get that many. So in the next fight, a fat Robin is gonna help us, but also you don't actually need to fight. Or you're allowed to leave the second fight, and it's totally fine. But now that that's done, walking into here is going to trigger Robin. It's ready to join our party, but it's random if which Robin you actually get here, and we want the slim one. Okay. And now that that's done, we're going to Masas. This will be important for story and other reasons as well. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I set the speculation formation. Oh, dang it, I've stolen a plate. I messed up. With the speculation formation, or actually the localization for it is wedge formation. Yeah, with that we actually have some extra damage. But there's also another reason I want to set this, which is for the speed bonuses. So the character in the front has the biggest speed bonus, and then the next two also have some speed bonus. And Katarina is also very fast, so there should be... this way it should be very likely that Katarina acts first, and then Robin gets to act soon after. And I buy Daybreak for Robin. And what Daybreak does is that it instantly kills enemies, but it isn't guaranteed to succeed unless the enemy is stunned. Or I think some other status ailments also work. So that's why we get the Binding Thorns. So now both of them are stunned. It's not guaranteed that they both get stunned, but Also, you might be able to kill them even if they don't get stunned, so that's fine. Those enemies are pretty tough, like it'd be difficult to deal with them by just dealing damage, so we want to use a strategy that instantly kills them instead, much faster. How did I? That didn't look right. Okay, so we decided to help Undyne and we're attacking Volcano. Also for this fight, I'll be making a little adjustment to the formation. We'll actually leave Katarina in the back. And this way we'll be able to use the so-called commander mode. And in commander mode we have different strategies, and then our characters will act automatically. And this formation also has an instant kill move. And we use the diversion tactic to give the front characters a chance to stun the enemy, even if the attack normally doesn't have stun. So that's how I was able to stun Volcano. Even though it's kind of a boss fight, you can actually stun him and insta-kill him. Now, he would also be pretty tough to deal with without any insta-kills. Okay, so now we have helped Undyne in this conflict, so we're going back for those reward. The big reason we want to help Undyne specifically is that she actually joins our party after. Volcano does not join your party even if you help him, which is kind of odd, but that's how it is. Undyne is very strong to have this early. She's a mage, and she has this spell called Thunderclap, and it deals like 1000 damage AoE. We're gonna use a lot of that. Okay, now I need to see if I can actually do this many. No, change the formation as well. Okay, so we put Undyne in front because, as I said, she's very strong right now. So she's going to help us clear some early game fights for a while. Hey Jordan, thanks for the good luck. So earlier we triggered the quest with Thomas. We saw him walking around in town, but then we kind of just left. But now we're back. We're ready to deal with this quest. So this kid has gone into Archon Palace and he's lost. We're gonna go help him. So the reason this quest is actually important is that by doing this we'll be able to access some content that was added in the remaster, and that will help us actually... Dang it, Katarina was on flee. that will actually help us do this yo-yo shout in the maze that we'll be able to access after doing this. There will be an enemy that will let us spark Yo-Yo easily, and we can just keep trying to spark the skill until we get it. So the World Tracker Trout is more like you just hope that you spark the main skill in boss fights. And then if you don't spark it, then you lose. So this is kind of a more consistent trap. Oh, I didn't stop running in time. So if I run into enemies, then my formation is broken. And that's bad, because then Undyne would probably be the last person to act. So then the fight would take a very long time. Okay, I want to avoid this enemy because it's pretty tough. Okay, I didn't expect them to go that way. With some luck, I could actually kill him. But he wouldn't die in one turn, so... and then there's a chance that he would just like kill my characters before I kill him. So although I need to get some level ups, there'd be a relatively high chance that I would just have my characters die, so then they wouldn't even level up. Hey, you don't. Okay, so while we did find the kid before already, we needed to come here to interact with that door, and then the door tells us that we need a ring. So we need to go there to be able to get the ring. And with the ring we'll be able to go down there, and we need to go down there to finish the game. But fortunately, there's a kind of shortcut you can unlock by doing this fight, and since we have Undyne, she can just thunderclap to kill them all. And this way we'll be able to actually deal with this area. Well, we'll be able to interact with that door and come back out quickly. You know, I'll just kill him. He might get in the way. It's kind of a gamble, like whether you want to flee from battles or just kill them. Because fleeing is faster, of course, but then if the enemy still stays in your way, you might just be stuck, and you know, sometimes you just have to kill them, get them out of your way. And also, by killing them, there's a chance that you get some level ups, which are needed. So now that that's done, we're back in lands. We're gonna buy some shields and some recovery items while we're here. And then, as I said, after interacting with that door in Archon Palace, I can get the Royal Train by talking to that guy. Now we're going to Vanguard, and so specifically I needed to talk to that other lady in lands about Abyss Gates, and after that, when you fast travel to Vanguard, you get this cutscene. If you're wondering, why do we need to talk about lore to that lady if we know where we're going? Well, we have to trigger this to be able to access the Undersea Palace later, which is where one of the Abyss Gates is. For this event, we just need to sleep at the inn, and that way we'll be able to catch those killers. I should have tomahawked the guy in the back. but the moment I realized it was too late. So optimally, you would finish this fight in 1 turn. And honestly, if I use Tomahawk on the guy in the back, so the guy in the back has more HP than the others. That's why only he survives. Oh, that's... okay. He died before the thunderclap, that's kind of lucky, in a way. Also, we acquired Tomahawk, which means that... So by using Tomahawk, we have a chance to acquire it. Or any skill, for that matter. And once we have acquired it, we can teach it to anyone. And we want to have Tomahawk on everyone. That way... our Tomahawk is necessary to learn Yoyo, and Yoyo is our main skill for the speedrun. And that's why we want Yoyo on everyone. So this is the captain, so... we tell him that we need to activate Vanguard. Vanguard is actually like moving a fortress. So we need to activate it and go to 4 news. No, don't come after me over here! Oh no. Getting this is not good. I thought it would be like relatively consistent if I hide over there that the insect is not gonna go there. But I guess that's just not true. It's just not how it works. Okay, we want to activate Vanguard. So what's important when we're talking to the captain is that we kind of haggle some money out of it. We can tell him that, okay, we'll help you, but we need some money. So if you just hit the confirm button, you just mash through it, you get no money. If you just hit the cancel button, then you're gonna like just deny all his offers. And then he keeps offering more money until he offers 5,000, and then that'll be that. So you can get 5,000 for free, basically, as long as you do a little bit of haggling. It does increase your greed points, and if your greed points go too high, then you'll be unable to do some quests. But we're even when we do that, we're not gonna hit that threshold. And even if we did hit that threshold, I don't think it would matter for this speedrun. So yeah, it's just free money. Yeah, we found the control room, but that's not quite enough to get the Vanguard moving. We'll explain to the captain, and he's asking if it looked like that. And then we need some Genbu mages, and fortunately we already have Undyne, so we have that covered. But we still need the dolphin figure. And to get the dolphin figure, we'll ask the barkeep where it might be. And we'll also get rid of Khaled, we don't need him anymore. Okay, so he told us some info. But also I'm gonna deal with this shop right now. Buy some stuff that I will need. And then... oh, Yarmouth. Oh. The split is so awkward, I can't split it in time. Okay, so he's saying that if we want to learn about the dolphin figure, we need to buy something first. I just spent all my money. But there's another thing with the shop, which is that if you sell the Royal Tring, the Royal Tring is quite it's quite valuable. You get 2,500 for it. So if you don't have Infiltrating in your inventory when you talk to him, then he says, I think I have what you need. And he sells a find ring for 10 ore. And then when you buy that find ring, it turns into the Infiltrating. So you can straight up just keep buying and selling the Infiltrating to earn a lot of money. So we did that to get some extra money. And we also fulfilled his wish of buying something before he gives us info about the dolphin figure. And then he tells us that this pirate knows something about it. So we recruited him, and he led us to this cave, and the dolphin figure is going to be over here. And we're also gonna loot a bit of stuff along the way, get some extra money. There's some straight up money in these chests, but there's also some clubs that are relatively valuable, and we'll sell them later. So the dolphin figure is over here. We need to kill these enemies. These enemies are relatively tough. Specifically the Quasicatl. The snake. It's quite a bit of HP. But the interesting thing about this fight is that while they are all three alive, they'll use this sort of team attack called Trilemma. And I don't know what it's supposed to do, but it doesn't do anything. It's not a direct attack in any case. So if things went well, I would have killed this before it killed any of my characters, but it's still not dead. I guess my damage is a bit low. I didn't run into a lot of enemies, so if I have higher axe skill, I get more damage. Also, the damage roll on Thunderclap could also make a pretty big difference. Anyway, we now have the dolphin figure. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna level up a little bit. And for that we go to Fire Fortress, because these enemies are relatively high level. And they have a relatively high chance of giving me levels as well. And Undyne will be able to one-shot all these enemies with just one Thunderclap. So what we're looking for right now is, for one, to continue the quest we were doing in Archon Palace and Thomas. Katarina, or in other words, the main character in the playthrough, needs to have at least 220 HP. So at the very least we need that. Another thing we want right now is for somebody to have 10 or higher axe skill. Usually it's going to be Ellen. Every now and then it could also be somebody else. Mostly Peony, the fairy, or Katarina. Also, if something like this happens where Katarina dies, she's not going to get any level ups from the fight. And since Katarina needs those HP levels, it's out of all the characters to die, she's the worst one. So I don't really know how high my levels are right now. I mean, I just saw that Katarina got another axe level. But yeah, I would need to know who has the highest axe level and how high is it exactly. And it's pretty difficult to keep track of perfectly, so I might need to sometimes just go in the menu and check exactly how high the level is. But for the HP, I can kind of easily check it in combat, so... Also, Undyne is out of MP. Where are my MP for store items? Okay. So while Katarina doesn't yet have enough HP, it's kind of pointless to check the axe levels. Because there's just no way we can leave until Katarina has 220 HP. Hello, oldie boomer. Thanks for the good luck. So we also picked up some armor while we were here. Other than that, it's especially to just farm these enemies in front of the door. We need to actually like leave the entire pirate fortress and come back for these to respawn. Oh, you know this game? You know, not a lot of people in the West know SaGa games. That's nice to see. Now Romancing SaGa 1, 2, 3 and SaGa Frontier 1, 2. Nice. Okay, got some HP. Let's check. Yeah, she probably still needs 3 more HP levels, which is pretty unfortunate. But it's fine, we'll be here until we're done. They're from Europe. Yeah, I mean Europe, US, whatever. As long as it's not Japan. The SaGa is not a very popular series. But in Japan it's actually pretty big. Okay, another HP level. Yeah, I think I'll definitely need 2 more levels. Yeah, I've basically I played all the 3 masters they've put out. I haven't played SaGa Frontier 2, for example. I'm just gonna wait for the 3 master. Like I know some of the differences between the original SaGa Frontier and the 3 master, and it makes me feel really glad that I played the 3 master instead of the original. RS3 is weird, you learn new tech and you need to master it. Yeah, I mean mastering it, or in other words, acquiring it, is kind of its own... Yeah, it's kind of like an additional thing you can do, if that makes sense. Oh, 219 HP? Yeah, okay, so if Katarina just got higher rolls on the HP levels, then I could have been done already. Yeah, in case you didn't pick up on it already, level ups are kind of random. Like that, there is certain logic to it, but like in all of these fights, like it is possible for like all these characters to get HP or to get axe levels, but they don't always get it, and sometimes it takes them a really long time to get it. But oh, actually, I didn't check the axe levels. Okay, well, Ellen is fine. Ellen is at 11. I should have checked that before leaving. Anyway, now the Francisca is done. We're gonna do some manying, give everyone the Francisca. So first we need to remove the hand axes from everyone. We'll also set up some armor, and we'll take the wing amulet off of her, give the dolphin figure to her. He doesn't need all of this, give him the royal ring. And gave her the wing amulet, yeah. Okay. I need to sell something. I'll buy 2 more Franciscas. And so for buying the Franciscas, I need a hand axe and money. I get 1 for free after crafting it, but then the rest I have to spend money. Okay, and then I sold all this old stuff. I actually sold a bit too much there. That's a bit unfortunate, but I'll be able to recover. Okay, these things I don't need. Okay. Then I can give everyone except Undyne the Francisca. And give that shield. I'll give this extra amulet to Herman as well. Then I'll set the formation to be suitable for the upcoming fight. For that we want to have Peony in front. Okay, here. I still need to recover SB, I think. Missed, I don't know. Yeah, I played Romancing SaGa too. I actually like it. Like it, in some aspects, I like it better than 3. I'm not really sure which one I would like the most overall. $400 HP, all quests done. Keeping grinding quests. Okay, so now that that quest is done, so you could go like into the dream, like that guy Charles did, but you don't actually have to. You can just have him go over there and save Muse from the nightmare, and after this we can learn of this maze of dreams or whatever. So we're gonna go here now. It'll be fine. So there's a bit of a boss we have to deal with here, but it's not very tough. With the commander mode, there's this cool benefit that my characters are going to regen HP every turn. And that includes reviving them from dead. So in this game, if characters die, they lose LP. But any kind of heal will bring them back to the fight. But if they run out of LP, then it's all over. Then they can't be revived, they'll be out of your party. So we never want that to happen. Also, I wanted to change the strategy to power offense, so they'll use stronger moves. I forgot to do that earlier. In Commander, you can recover faster. But for this run, we mostly use Commander mode for the region, so that we can basically afford our characters to die during the fight, and they'll just come back and they'll be fine. That's why we use Commander mode. Like, if we didn't use Commander mode, we would need like some of our characters to like heal others as they die, and yeah, for what we're doing, that'd be inefficient. Like, as you can see in this fight, like we can kind of not care about what the boss is doing, because our characters are survived anyway. But I mean, once the enemies start having like these big AoE attacks, then it's not really so like foolproof anymore. Okay, now we want to make sure that everybody has Tomahawk. Except Undyne, well, we don't care about her. In fact, Undyne will never be in our party anymore. Okay, so the reason we're coming here is to spark Yoyo. So sparking, of course, is a random chance in combat. It also has certain prerequisites. Like, to spark Yoyo, we need to fight against like a tough enemy, or we won't be able to get it. And so that's why we come all the way here, to find that tough enemy that can spark us Yoyo. It's gonna be the Shred guy over here. And the other thing we need to do is we need to use Tomahawk. That's incredibly lucky. So sometimes it takes me like over 5 minutes to get it. This time I got it instantly. So that's good. Yeah, Yoyo is good. If you know Doppel Slasher, if you've seen Doppel Slasher deal insane damage, then Yoyo is the same thing but with axe. Also, the thing with Yoyo is that it's tied to the weapon. So you can use Yoyo with the hand axe or Francisca. And oh, wrong way. And all of my characters have that Francisca now, which is essentially it's the best axe that can use Yoyo. So with that now, now it's tied to the weapon, so everyone who has a Francisca can use that Yoyo now. Yeah, we teach everyone Berserk. That'll be quite useful later. Okay, we want a specific formation. Oh, I should have gone to the Fairyville first. Okay, so I will explain everything in a second. Okay, let me make a save here. Wait, did they actually... Somehow I feel like that something about that saving felt kind of weird. But I'm pretty sure I saved. Okay, so what we're doing in this fight is that we're buffing Ellen with everything we have. So Berserk buffs strength. So we want to maximize Ellen's strength right now. Yeah, so in the maze, yeah, you could find Asura if you go further in, but we don't want to go that deep. Now the strength buff... The strength buff doesn't stay, but there's some value in memory that does stay. And when we use a repeater attack such as Yoyo or Double Slasher, it will use that value instead of the strength value of the character. So it will kind of... the game will kind of work as if all my characters had like over 50 strength. As long as we don't... or like, as long as nobody uses anything that rewrites that value. And what rewrites that value is like any attacks that are not repeater attacks. Like for example, she's gonna use Yoyo. No, she's gonna use Tomahawk here. That's gonna set the value. But if in the next fight, without buffing, we use Tomahawk, or let's say an enemy attacks, then that's gonna set the value again, but we don't want that to happen. So essentially, the only attack we want to see from now on is Tomahawk. No, Yoyo. We only want to see Yoyo from now on. Also, we can simply preload the save. They'll still keep the value. So we don't really gain anything of value from the fight, or we don't need to keep those level ups or anything, so we'd rather just reload and get back up faster and keep all the like MP and SP that we used. Okay, I still need to forget all skills, because all I'm gonna use is Yoyo from now on. So I don't need any of these. I'm offered them. So because Yoyo is tied to the weapon, well, we can remove all the skills from the characters, and they'll still have access to Yoyo. Okay, so now we'll make sure that everyone uses Yoyo. And with this formation, we're gonna guarantee that Ellen and Peony are going to act before the enemy. And since they have enough damage, they'll always kill the enemy before the enemy acts. So that way we keep the value that we set earlier after the strength buffs, and that's how we are dealing a lot of damage. And another thing with Yoyo is that it deals a certain amount of hit based on the axe level. So that's why it was important that somebody has axe level of 10 or above, because at 10 you get that one extra hit, which significantly amplifies the damage, as you can see the difference between damage Ellen and Peony are dealing. Yeah, Peony is the fairy's name. There is another factor affecting damage, which is that the front character in this formation gets, I think, 25% extra damage to physical attacks. I think that's how it goes. So Yoyo costs 5 skill points to use. Ellen currently has a max of 24, so that means we can do 4 fights, and then we have to restore. more SP. So that's why we got a bunch of skill salts earlier, so we can use those to keep going. I guess that. So now our goal is to hit 20 axe skill on at least 2 out of Ellen, Robin, and Peony. At least 2 of them need to have 20 or higher axe skill. That's the bare minimum before I can leave. But I would really also like Katarzyna to be 20 and everyone else also to be at least very close to level 20. So we're gonna be doing this for a while. Yeah, I think I should change the formation. Move Peony back. Or is Peony gonna... No. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll swap Peony and Herman, so that way Peony is not gonna outspeed Ellen, so then Ellen is going to one-shot the enemy. That way it'll be more efficient. Yeah, it'd be nice having the crown, but that's not truly necessary. It's not that big of a deal that we need to restore SP. I think everyone got max level there, that was lucky. Yeah, Old Man Herman, the old pirate. He's an old man, he's not very strong. But the reason we have him in our party is that he's gonna become strong. Yeah, so actually the reason he's old is because Forney is one of his initials that we have to kill. Cursed him. But once we kill Fornius, it's gonna have his strength return. And after that, he's actually gonna be a very strong character. And all his stats are going to carry over, or like the axe level and the HP and those things, but his stats, like strength, is going to increase. Now, I might have said earlier that strength doesn't really matter when we're using Yoyo, but that's also not entirely true, because strength is actually factored into the accuracy calculation. So if your character has too low strength, then there's a bit of a chance to miss attacks. And like I said with Yoyo, is that the amount of hits increases for every 10 levels of axe skill. That also means that you can... each individual hit can miss individually. So then you might see the same animation, but then it just deals less damage, and then you'll be wondering like wow, why did it deal so little damage this time? And that mainly happens if you're missing some of the attacks. Yeah, I need to restore SP again. Also give some SP to Peony. So I'm saying SP, but in the game you might see VP. That's actually like the localization changes it. Like you might be used to having like HP and MP. Okay, well HP is still HP, but like most games that have like an MP system, like it's MP in Japanese and English, or maybe some people don't realize that there's a difference sometimes. In SaGa games, like what we call MP in Japanese is jutsu points, so it's JP. And then SP, which is a skill point. Which is used for these weapon skills. That's actually Waza points in Japanese. Where Waza means like technique or something. Or something along those lines. But I'm kind of just sticking with SP and MP. even though the game looks like it's saying other things. Yeah, Charl is not very strong until he gets the silver glove. I don't know if the game ever like explains the connection between Silver Glove and Charl. I mean, obviously you get it from the dream, so there's that, but like what's supposed to give the player the idea that I should give the Silver Glove to Charl to get him to his full potential? I don't know, maybe you look at his stats and you're like, man, like, surely this character can't be this bad. And then you try to see if there's something you can do about it. I don't know what the logic is supposed to be. Or if there's some kind of lore that I don't remember. Yeah, so we could see that Ellen was suddenly dealing over 4,000 damage, so she's at over 20x skill already. I have a feeling that the others aren't that high yet. But nevertheless, I should probably check it really soon. It's hard to keep track of levels. They definitely aren't really leveling up that much, but I feel like that tends to happen after like level 16 axe. It's like the axe levels really start to slow down. Oh, are you asking why I'm playing in Japanese? It's because the text is just so much faster in Japanese. It's a pretty crazy difference. Okay, so Robin is also 20. So technically I could leave now and it could be fine. I kind of don't like the... I don't really like how it looks. Oh, I need to level up SB. No, level up, I should store. Having Katarina at level 20 axe is a significant improvement in an upcoming fight. But that being said, there is a chance, like, if your characters are at, like, level 18, and there's a chance that you end up spending, like, 5 minutes getting from 18 to 20. And at that point, it's like, was it really worth it to stay and grind? But, that didn't take very long. Okay, so Ellen, Robin, front, so Peony is 18, everyone else is fine. Okay. Okay, this is a pretty good situation now. It's hard to see the shadows of these enemies when it's so bright outside. Okay, so next we'll go to Shiblov. We need to learn about this desert from this guy. And then we can go there. Oh, I should just use the map button to leave. We'll do a little bit of shopping as well. I'll need to sell something. Oh, that was not a lot. Can I actually... I can just buy 2 of those. Oh! That was exactly enough. That's crazy. Okay. Oh, I forgot to split. Alright, so in the desert, we just need to run left. And we'll find this tower. And this NPC will tell us that if we go right in the desert, then we'll end up somewhere else. So we actually need to hear that from the NPC before we can find that location. No, man, I don't know. Okay, so there's a forest fight here, and for this, I will want Robin in front. Okay, and then, yeah, like that. Okay. So I need 2 characters with axe level 20 or higher in the front. But that way they will consistently both kill one of these enemies. And then the 2 other characters are going to possibly not one-shot it. Well, with Herman it's RNG because he can miss, but this time he hit. So that's why Herman doesn't count, like, you can't rely on him, but... Yeah, even if Herman missed some of the attacks, then Peony would have finished the job. Oh gosh. Yeah, okay, this should be fine. I really don't want to fight anything else here, but sometimes that fish particularly sometimes doesn't give you a choice. Destroy that weird armor. Yeah, we'll do that. Alright, we're out of there, and now we have to navigate the desert. There's a few enemies that can be annoying, like this. Be careful not to attack and instead flee. We surely can't afford any enemies to attack at any point. This one's usually not in the way, but I guess this time. Okay, this screen is a bit easier. Okay, so there's gonna be a little village here. They're gonna tell us about a tribe. Yeah, usually she takes Undyne, but I've sometimes seen Robin. I don't know exactly why it's different sometimes. Okay, just quickly change to... Forgot to split again. Quickly change to speculation formation. So our damage and speed will be improved. Yeah, Undyne is gone, but we don't want her in the party anyway. So it's okay. And then we have this other character now in our party, and we're not gonna use her anyway, so that's also fine. Okay, everyone's still on Yoyo. Ideally, there's only one enemy, but sometimes these guys are accompanied by other random enemies. Also, Peony got an axe level there, which is very lucky. Exactly what I need. Although I still need one more level up. Okay, so 2 extra enemies, I don't want to deal with that because... I can't guarantee that I'll be able to kill them all before they act. That was very unlucky. Usually I just do like one reset and then it's gonna be something like I can deal with it. But this time it took a while. Okay. That'll be all of them. So we needed to defeat all these like fixed encounters. They're just standing in a specific place. And after that, they're all gone. So these were like invading this tribe that's hanging out here. And now they're gonna be thankful that we helped them. Well, this guy was naturally showing his gratitude. He was... he was standing in my way, being rude. Yeah, I still need to skip the split. I'm not that far behind. Okay, now that we dealt with that, we're going back to the village. I ran too far to the right. They have these frogs awkwardly in place. Like you can't just like beeline like straight. Like, you need to. It's kind of awkward. You need to get around these different things. Okay, now that we did that, we can go east. There's this town here, and they're freaking out because we look weird. And they don't believe our story. But because we helped these guys, we helped her, she's gonna bail us out. And we're out, and now we're gonna deal with the Archlord armor that's up north here. This cave is pretty rough. There's this one bird enemy that's just flying super fast, and it's very unreliable to dodge it. It's incredibly fast. Okay, I got lucky. Okay, everyone's still in Yoyo. Yeah, you can't recruit the general, but only very like late in the game, so it's not that useful. Okay, now that we're down here, we're gonna go deal with Fornus in the Undersea Palace. We could have come here quite a bit earlier. We didn't actually need to do that to come here, but we got some useful things from there, so. So now it'll be easier. Yeah, the inn or like the inn scenes are funny, very, very charming. How they look. Okay, so we're coming here to place the dolphin figure. So another thing with the damage glitch is that we can't access the equipment menu, or it's gonna ruin it. But we can give... Wait, I forgot to buy the silver mail. Okay, that's pretty bad. Well, I can take care of it later, I guess. Yeah, we can use the inventory still to give them stuff. A peony front. Then like this. Yeah, I was wondering, like, how did I have enough money for all of that? Well, that's because I didn't buy the silver mail. That's rough. But I don't need the silver mail for this, I need it for Brunei. Oh yeah. Yeah, when you're catching the Fornus' minions. Well, in this run it's always Khalid who is trying to take a piss. Yeah, I can't recruit Volcano. Unfortunate. Like, it really doesn't make a lot of sense that you can't, but... Like, why is it inconsistent that helping Undyne gets you a party member, but helping Volcano doesn't? Like, you just get less things by helping Volcano. You know, life isn't fair, or something. SaGa games aren't fair. Alright, so Herman told us we should go to World's End. And this is the World's End. It might sound dramatic, but it's a very happy place. Lobsters are chilling. And the lobsters tell us where the Undersea Palace is. And we go there. And, you know, it's undersea, so first we like move there, but then we give the command again. And then we actually start submerging. That's just how the game works. And then we also need to confirm that we want to go deeper, even though there are no signs. And then when you go deeper 3 times, then at last you find it. I wonder how many people were like, oh, no signs, never mind then. Or Dude, this enemy could not decide where it wants to go. Like, I wonder if some people were like, okay, go deeper 2 times, and it's like, okay, it didn't make a change. Like, still no signs. Like, I'm out. Yeah. Yeah, I would know about going deeper. That enemy just dashed at me. Can't see it. But this dungeon is pretty rough for the speedrun. Trying to dodge all these enemies is very difficult and at times very RNG as well. Like, yeah, you could say that in theory, if you're very careful, you can avoid them consistently. But I don't really know if that's even true. And even if it is, it's like we don't have that much time to be like overly cautious. But that being said, sometimes it is better to just wait and like see where the enemy is going and make sure you don't hit it. Well, sometimes. Ooh, no one there. Oh, I couldn't see anything. Dang, the sun has shifted enough that I can't really see all these shadows. It's quite hard. Dang, that fish moved last moment. Okay. Oh, we made it. Yeah, while you're running, you only see the shadows. If you're walking, you can see the actual sprites. Okay, now I can see better. Okay, so we wanted to start in this formation and then switch to dragon formation, because that way we will guarantee that it uses the formation ability, which makes all of the characters act in order. And they also get to act before the boss as long as the front character outspeeds the enemy. So that way we were able to deal a lot of damage in the first turn using the value that we had stored from before. So this is not good. I need to like... This is risky. This is scary. A Maelstrom is not what I want to see. So you might be thinking that, like, okay, well now the damage setup is ruined, and that's true. That's ruined, but we're gonna make another setup later. So for now it's ruined. As long as we can beat this boss, we'll be fine again after we do the second setup. Okay, that was very scary. Now I can heal Undyne. So in case there's a second Maelstrom, I really want Undyne to have preferably full HP usually. Because she has the best chance of surviving it, and if all my characters die from a single attack, then I lose. They're not gonna just recover. I need at least one character to survive. And then the commander mode Treason is gonna work. So also, when the boss uses these magic water-based attacks, it can change the environment into water, and that makes the boss regen HP 999 every turn, and that's pretty bad for me. Which is why I bought this celestial dust that I can that Katarina can use as the commander, and that can actually change, or I think it consistently changes the environment to fire, or if another environment is currently in place, then it will negate that effect. So that way I'm able to negate that regen from the boss. But when I don't need to use that celestial dust, I use bombs to heal my characters to make sure that they don't die and that I don't have all my characters die. Okay, that was pretty scary, but I managed. Okay, so now I'm in a situation where I would really want Katarina to have silver mail, but I don't think I even have the money. Can I get money from somewhere? Can I? How do I get the silver mail now? Maybe I just need to sell something. Or did I get some money somewhere along? Have I gotten money somewhere? Okay, this is gonna be awkward now, but yeah, where am I going? Ship level. I kind of messed up, but oh yeah, I messed this up. Yeah, withdraw funds. Okay, that's still not quite enough, but I can sell these and this, and I'll sell 2 of the. Oh, I didn't even need to. Okay. Okay. Okay, now I got the silver mail. Oh, also, I needed to do some other things. Oh, actually, I didn't need to do all. Okay, hold on. All that. So I was making things too complicated. So I need to take these off. I actually need to kind of rethink this menu because of some changes I have thought of. Okay. No, not the wing amulet, but all the other amulets. The wing amulet goes to Robin. Okay, yeah, that's it. Okay, and now that Fornus is dead, I can buy Hasten Time. And I'm gonna get that on everyone, except Undyne. I'm gonna kick Undyne. And we're gonna go fight Boone, one of the Sinistrals, next. And we can go do that over here. So there's actually two different ways to fight Boone, which is in her own lair, or we can ask this dragon to help us. Take to the skies and fight her there. She gets really mad when we try to take up her sky space. So okay, can they let me through? They can. And yeah, we want to do it this way for a couple of reasons. For one, it's kind of the fight is kind of a lot easier this way. But actually, the bigger reason that we want to do this fight is that it's going to set up the damage glitch again, but even stronger than before. So previously we were buffing Ellen's strength and then having her use Tomahawk, but that doesn't get us to 99. But this will, specifically Gwaine, the dragon that's gonna help us, as an attack, which it actually scales with his stamina, and he has 99 stamina. So because of that, when he uses that skill, then that same value is going to be set to 99, and if we can keep that value in memory, nothing overwrites it, then all of our yo-yos from now on are going to deal damage as if I had 99 strength on everyone. That's kind of how it works. But the tricky part is that I need to end the fight on Frost, which is that move that sets the value to 99, or a yo-yo following that Frost. So let me count. Well, nah, actually counting damage is kind of pointless right now. Yeah, she actually has 4 phases. The 3 first phases each have 3000 HP. And the last one has 9000. Except that her HP gets scaled based on a value that kind of randomly increases when you do battle, so it varies a little bit. It's kind of tied to like you leveling up in a way, but indirectly, so it's like you don't really know what her HP is going to be exactly. It's kind of unfortunate, but usually it's fine. And for the third phase you want to count damage, so you make sure that... Oh, that was like 3.2 again, so at least her HP is not like super low. I know that much. Like, I'm pretty sure sometimes her HP can be below 3.2. If you're, I guess, lucky. Although, whether that's actually lucky or not, it depends on a few things. Okay, Rising Earth is not what I want to see because it deals significant damage to Katarina. And when that happens, I want to heal. Because there's a chance that she hits Katarina 2 times per turn. And if that happens, I would need to be full HP to be able to tank something like that. So that's why I kind of need to heal after every hit. Pretty much. Well, if it's a big hit. If it's a smaller hit, we do have the Royal String on, which gives us regen. So sometimes we can rely on that as well. Okay, now we're gonna count damage. We're not gonna start using Frost too early, because then we would run out of MP, and then we wouldn't be able to end the fight on Frost. So we need to save up. Okay, counting damage at 1.2 and somehow missed entirely. I don't know. How do you miss entirely? That's not good. Anyway, we're at 1.2. 2.7. Uh, 3.9. Okay, do this one more time and then start using Frost. 4.8. 6. So you might be thinking, oh, isn't it a bit early to start using Frost now? But if we manage to use Yoyo after the Frost, like with that value retained in memory, it's gonna deal so much damage that it's gonna be quite fine. 7.5, 8.4. Okay, that's pretty scary, but I don't think another Yoyo is gonna kill. Surely not. Please don't kill. Okay, that was a low hit. Okay, we managed. We killed with Frost. So of course the damage Yoyo deals in that fight depends on the attack that comes before. So that's why you could see a lot of variance in the damage. Like sometimes it was 900, sometimes it was 1.5. It depends on what type of attack Bune uses in most cases. Or like what stat the attack scales with. Because depending on which stat it scales with, it's gonna try the different values in memory. And also, if she uses Berserk, that's gonna buff her strength, and if she then uses strength-based attacks, then it's going to increase the damage that Yoyo does, but in most cases it doesn't truly matter. Okay, so now we're completely prepared. Our damage is going to be extremely high with this value of 99 that we have stored. So I didn't even realize there's a goblin here. I didn't set the formation. That's a mistake. Oh. No, I probably shouldn't have. Whatever, it's fine. Ooh, nice, okay. So I want to use hasten time with the front character, just to be safe. Because that enemy is like very fast, or like it seems to have like high evasion. I've had cases before where it's like I end up whipping like some of the attacks, don't deal enough damage, and then the enemy gets a turn, and then it's bad. And also, so I could have Robin in front too, like that would generally be fine. Actually, against Honest, the initial in Fire Fortress, there is a very slight chance that he's gonna outspeed Robin if Robin is in front in this formation. And also, since everyone else has higher axe level than Peony, this will actually maximize my damage. Because the one who has the least damage is gonna be the one using haste in time. And the result should be that the boss dies in a single turn. If you were thinking like, yeah, that Fornius fight was pretty tough, like how much is charging in here? Well, that's because now I have haste in time, which is gonna... So it prevents all enemies from acting that turn. So as long as I can cast it before the enemies act, they won't act that turn. And then, since I have that 99 value stored, and people with 20 or higher axe level, my damage is so high that I just use haste in time, everyone acts, and the boss dies. And that's also how the next boss is gonna go. And in general, most of the rest of the game, with a few interesting details here and there. I'd say the front isn't like done, not at all, but from here on we're kind of very powerful. And we also have to be very careful, because if at any point any enemy uses an attack, then it's all over. But we would have to like load a save before Bune and do all of that again. And we wouldn't want to do that. And also I didn't even make a save there. I do have like a backup save where I can quickly set the value again. Like I have a save file where everyone has 99 strength. I can use that if I mess something up, but I still wanna finish the run. Of course, then it wouldn't be valid for leaderboards, but okay, that was lucky. Okay, if I can just get past this enemy. And okay, I could have just run. Okay. It's pretty tough to get past all those goblins. Also, so hasten time uses all my MP, but I didn't recover it before this fight. That's because after dealing with an Abyss Gate, your party gets full healed, except if you do Bune with the dragon. In that case, you don't actually get the recovery. But after Honest, we were fully recovered, so I was completely ready to tackle this boss. Okay, it's actually kind of good that the boss didn't die, because now Peony gets a chance to level up. Oh, even that wasn't enough. That was kind of scary, yeah. I guess everyone's axe level is like exactly 20. Like, of course, the higher the axe level, I would deal more damage. So it seems like my damage isn't quite as high as it could be. There we go, now it's going to be a bunch of cutscenes. Yeah, well, what I was kind of trying to say before was that while having Peony in front using Hasten Time gave me the optimal damage for those fights, I usually do need Peony to get one more axe level at some point during the run. So if in a fight Peony just uses Hasten Time and doesn't use any axe skills, she's not going to be able to get any axe levels. Which is why we kind of also don't want to just not have her use axe skills because she's weaker than the others. But there are going to be plenty of opportunities still coming up, so as long as I don't get extremely unlucky, it'll be fine. Okay, this young boy joined our team. So we need to set the formation again. Every time your party composition changes, you need to change the formation again, or your formation gets reset. So it's a bit of a mini game. So this is like a diversion. We need to divert this army so we get a chance to infiltrate the castle. But the way it works is that you're not gonna game over even if you completely fail this. Rather, it's just gonna mean that there's a few more enemies in your way in the castle. But that is a much better alternative to spending minutes on that minigame. Also, you're seeing me use 2 hasten times in one fight. And that's because if you use hasten time when you have 16 or more MP, then you get turn priority, so you act before the enemy for a number of turns that equals the MP spent divided by 16. Peony doesn't have that much MP, but Peony is fast, so she's gonna guarantee that safe first turn. But then we use another hasten time with somebody who has more MP, to make it so that we get priority for the next turn, and that way we're able to finish the fight before the boss gets to act. Okay, so for the Night Flower, if I had really high axe skill on Peony and Katarzyna, I could skip haste in time. Because this enemy has like a little bit under 10k HP. It's like you saw Katarzyna and Ellen like almost have enough damage, not quite. Yeah, it just ends up being very close every time. You don't really ever get to do the fast strat, but if you were really lucky, you could. Yeah, also, if you're wondering, like, why don't I just put Robin in front? Well, that's because, especially this encounter, I think was it the Medusa or was it the Lizards, but yeah, they're actually really fast, so they could outspeed Robin if he was in front. So that's why we actually just want to have the fastest character in front. Nothing less than the fastest character will do. Well actually Katarzyna would be fast enough too, but the difference between Katarzyna and Peony is not that big. Yeah, this fight is kind of rough. You see 5 enemies and I have the single target ability. Can't help it, that's all I have. If I tried using anything else, then I would lose the damage setup. Yep. Actually, in this case, I'm gonna put Robin in front. Oh. Wait, no, that was unnecessary. I didn't need to use haste in time there. I was mostly just thinking about how I can give Peony more chances to level up. Yeah, for that fight you don't really need to use haste in time normally. Or like ever, really, but I kinda messed up. With that formation I could have just used Yoyo, and Robin and Katarzyna would have taken care of the enemy. Oh, also, let me ensure... Yeah, Ellen tends to be low MP here at this point. Okay, with Robin in front, this fight is going to be completely safe. Oh, that was pretty lucky. But they have like 6,000 HP or something. So yeah, this guy is now just gonna take 2 Yoyos. Okay, Peony. Oh, there it is. Okay, finally I got the level up. I need to change the formation back now. And if not this fight, but the one after is too fast for Robin. Alright, there would be a chance that it'd be fine. A relatively high chance even, but Also for this fight, if you don't use haste in time, there's a like very slim chance that they get to act. Honestly, there are worse things to risk, or there are worse risks in the run than that, so I just do that, and it's fine. Yeah, like in the World Trigger trial, you can see them use haste in time, and in that case it's actually the best bet because they don't have quite as fast characters as we do for this route. Okay, so this enemy, this is pretty fast, so you want to have Peony in front. Also for this fight and the Medusa fight, you need Peony in front. But if for any reason... Oh, that's not good. But it should be fine. That kind of scared me. I should have been more careful with my SP, but it was fine in the end. Yeah, if Peony didn't kill there, I mean, I kind of knew that she was going to kill it, but let's say if she didn't, then Katarina was not going to attack, and Ellen is kind of slow, so if Peony didn't kill, I probably would have lost the entire run. That's why it was kind of scary, but... Yeah, you can even like one-turn that fight if your axe skills are high, but... if you don't one-turn it, then you can at least kill with like one more attack in the next turn. Also, we can recover... recover everything in that circle. And now we want to change the formation again. Yeah, now we actually want to have Robin in front, because in this case he is going to be fast enough. And with just one cast of haste and time, he will allow me to use Yoyo with everyone for 2 turns in a row, and that's going to be enough to kill the boss. So this is the very, very end game, and here the 4 initials that their true forms are here, and you're kind of meant to kill them all. In fact, if you don't kill any of them, then the final boss is going to have much more HP, and it's going to be more dangerous in other ways as well. And we just can't deal with that, so we need to kill at least one of them. And as long as we kill at least one of them, he's not gonna get that extra HP. Killing more of them would introduce the HP further. But if you killed all of them, then he would be completely unable to do this transformation called Demonic Wings, where the final boss takes the form of one of his initials at random. So since we only kill one of them, he will be able to do that. But with the way the fight goes for us, we can deal with that. And it's much faster to deal with that than to kill all the different initials one by one. That'd be way too slow. So the first time we go here, we just get a little bit of story. And then we decide that, okay, looks like... Well, first of all, Young Boy left our party, so we need to change the formation again. Another thing is, I wanna... make sure everyone is fully recovered. And then I set the formation to be like this. And then I'm ready. So this is a very specific formation. In terms of like how much speed everyone is going to have. And that's also kind of relative to the amount of MP they have. All of that is important. It's set up in a way that we can keep using haste in time every single turn until the boss dies. And yeah, there's a few interesting details about this. First, we're gonna have a Katarina use it. In that position, she will be fast enough. So the boss has multiple phases where you don't even see the phase change, but he starts taking more damage when he transitions to the next phases. So the more damage you deal, the more damage he's going to take. Okay, next is going to be Robin. And the reason we want to use Robin right now specifically, and not for example Peony, is because Robin has over 16 MP. And what that means is that we get turn priority for the next turn. And that's important because there is a possibility that the boss uses demonic wings right now. Didn't use it. Which is of course fine as well. But if that happens, then the if it uses the Bune form, then it can use Rising Earth instantly, like it's a priority move, and then that would ruin everything. And for that reason, starting from turn 2, we need to have a turn priority, or we could just randomly get screwed like that. It's a bit unlikely, like, it's not even like incredibly unlikely, like it really can happen. There are other ways this fight could go wrong. There are some things where we're just gonna hope that we don't get screwed, but it's relatively consistent. It's almost consistent. Okay, so it's gonna transform into something now. So it's gonna be either Demonic Wings, which is like an extra phase we have to deal with, or Void Wings. Okay, that's Void Wings. So Void Wings is good. We want to see Void Wings. That's like his natural second form. In Void Wings he takes more damage, and also his final phase is always going to be in Void Wings. We'll use one more haste in time that we still have. Yeah, you can see him taking quite a lot of damage now. Okay, so with that text we know it's in the final phase, and that also means that he has less than 15,000 HP, so if Robin, Katarina and Ellen all get to attack, the boss dies for sure. Okay, boss died now. But there is a chance that the boss acts before at least one of those characters. It's like a few % chance that could happen. At least according to my calculations. It hasn't happened to me yet. But there we go. That was a lot of talking. I feel like I explained most things. I know that there are some details that I didn't really. Like I feel like there was so much to talk about that I didn't have time to like explain everything. let's see. Maybe I can kind of recap some things that I might have missed now during the credits. I don't know if I'm gonna watch the end of the credits. It's part of the run, but since it's not a PB, it doesn't really matter. Also, thanks for the GGs, Logic, Oldie, and Anbri. Okay, of course, if anyone has any questions, like, if anyone was like, okay, I didn't understand this part of the run, why did you do this? Please ask. Because I'm gonna try to explain whatever I didn't already explain. Anything that I can think of. You understand all. Well, that's a bold statement, but I'm glad to hear it. Okay, one thing about turn order is that besides speed and the speed bonus you get formation from the formation, also the weight matters. Specifically the weight of your armor. The weight of weapons or shields don't matter. So that's why it's important that you don't put like heavy equipment on your characters. Like if you're thinking like, like I'm gonna change the shroud a little bit. I'm gonna put this armor on my character, but then you might end up in a situation that they're not fast enough anymore. So Katarina actually has some extra stuff. Silver Mail weighs 3 and Trial Ring 1. That's a total of 4. So basically how it affects speed is that it's like weight divided by 2. Like speed gets reduced by weight divided by 2. So it effectively the gear Katarina has makes her slower by 2 points. But it ends up being fine, like it's still fast enough. Also for Honest, like I was saying that there's a chance that if Robin is in front, not Peony, that he outspeeds Robin. That has actually happened to me before. It's a very low chance. And a couple mechanics come to play that allow that to happen. One is that for some reason in Fire Fortress, or at least Honest, he just simply has increased turn priority. So if you look at his speed stat, and you look at your speed stat, and you're like, yeah, I'm fast enough, that might not be true, because he just has a speed bonus. The game does it a lot, like in some encounters enemies have a speed bonus or a turn priority bonus. And another thing is, during a single turn, whenever your party members act, then enemies get increased turn priority. So like for 3 of my characters to act before an enemy, let's say like when 2 of my characters act, that makes it more likely for the enemy to act before the 3rd character. That's also something you might need to consider, or at least if something goes wrong, that might be the explanation of why. However, there are some situations, like the last turn of Oblivion, where it's like you kind of just hope that he doesn't outspeed your characters, which is like, it's like a couple % or something. But whenever possible, you want to make it consistent, if you can. But if you can't, then at least, make the probability the best it can be. Also, well, I mentioned Silver Mail, so Silver Mail weighs 3. So it's like, well, why would you put that on? That's gonna reduce the probability of acting before the enemy. It's mostly for the Bune fight, because it gives immunity to sonic attacks. And Bune has it's like ultrasonic wave that can, I think it can inflict like confusion or something. And I just remember this one time I didn't put on Silver Mail, I forgot. Kind of like how I almost forgot this time. And then I got hit by it and got hit by a status effect or a status ailment, and then I just lost. So that, yeah, that's why you want the Silver Mail on Katarina. I mean, if you get lucky in Bune fight, it would be beneficial for late game to not have it on, because the thing is you can't remove it after. Because if you go into the equipment menu to remove something, that resets the damage value for Yoyo. Which is why we use the inventory screen to give them stuff, but there's no way to remove stuff without going into the equipment menu. So that's kind of the problem. Okay. Yeah, so for Bune, so especially if you go into Bune with less than 20x skill on Katarina, it becomes kind of important to count damage in every phase, because you don't know exactly how much HP she's going to have. So if she ends up having less HP than you thought, or more, and Katarina has low axe skill, so your damage every turn is lower, you could easily end up in the situation where you just fail to end the fight with Frost. And so the way it works is that, so the base HP for all of her phases, the first 3 phases, is 3000. So then, if you're able to count the damage, and then you see, like, for example, you deal 3.2k damage to her, and she doesn't phase transition, then you know that each phase has over 3.2k HP. And the HP of the final phase gets scaled by the same multiplier. So if it's like, if she has 3.3 HP in the first 3 phases, so that's like plus 10% HP. So that means the last phase is also gonna have plus 10%. I think that's how it goes. Is that actually? Yeah, that's how it works. Yeah, because sometimes you're gonna have even over 3.3k HP in the first 3 phases, and then the last phase would have over 10k HP. So that's good to keep in mind. Also, so for Fornius, well, I feel like I kind of explained all of it, I think. I think I explained Fornius pretty well already. Let's see. Let's see, that there was something else I still wanted to explain. Oh yeah, so with the dragon formation, I kind of explained it earlier. So the, like, in commander mode, the basic attack for dragon formation is where everyone attacks in sequence, and if the first character outspeeds the enemy, then all of your characters act before the enemy. And that's all well and good. But there's a couple notes about that. Everyone in the formation needs to have a melee weapon. So even Undyne, even though Undyne's just gonna use magic, but she needs to have I don't know if it even needs to be melee or if it could be like a bow or something, but needs to have a weapon. Otherwise that formation attack is not gonna activate, and then you're gonna get screwed at some point. so that's why we give Undyne a weapon, and we give her the rapier instead of the club she has, because the club sells for more. Yeah, and another thing about the formation attack is that if you're in the formation and you just choose the basic attack, then there's a chance that you're gonna spark another formation attack. And like in this, like for me, like the go east split, where you have to fight the whatever flower encounter, the 3 sand enemies. If you go in with the dragon formation and you just attack, there's a chance that you just spark another move, and then it wouldn't do what you wanted to do. But that's why you swap into another formation before the battle, because when you swap formation during battle, it will guarantee do the basic formation attack. So that's why we do that. That also applies for 4 news. If you're facing some like low-level enemies, then I don't think you would. I don't think you would end up sparking anything against them. But against like enemies that are like even a bit stronger, like yeah, you need to be careful with that. Okay. Well, I mean, surely there are some details that I forgot to mention. But I think what I'll do is I'll post this run to YouTube as like a commentated run. And then I'll just make sure to mention in the description that if you have any questions, please ask. And yeah, what I'm hoping for is that there's a video available in English that explains this route, this run, and mechanics of the game that are important for speedrunning. Because for me, it was kind of like I just had to figure these things out by myself. Like there were some things, of course, that I could easily understand, but there were a lot of things that were like I have no idea why you would do things this way. But you know, then when I try to do something different, that I think like yeah, but why not just do this? It'd be more optimal. But then it turns out there's some kind of an issue and it doesn't work, and I lose. So yeah, for that reason, I want there to be a video in English where if you don't speak Japanese and you do understand English, then you know some kind of resource will make it easier to learn this run. So hopefully that'll be something helpful for the community. Okay, well, the credits are almost done, so I guess I'm gonna wait it out. And gonna see if I have somebody to trade. Dang, I don't really see anyone to trade. Well, maybe... You could trade Kaya, he's doing FF13 all missions, speedruns. He's been grinding FF13 for a very long time, so he's definitely very good at that, so... I don't know, if you wanna look at more JRPG speedruns and somebody who knows what they're doing, he should be able to deliver. Hello, Anbury. Thank you for the compliments. It's good to hear that sounded informative. And yeah, I'll highlight this on Twitch and upload it to YouTube. So if you want to go back and see what happened earlier, then that will be possible to do. Of course, the VOD is already available, or should be. Okay, and the timing, yeah, it ends here. I guess depending on when exactly I split Oblivion, I might save or lose like 2 seconds on the credits split. Yeah, so sub 230, always nice to see. Okay, well, thank you for watching. It was fun, and hopefully this will be useful for the community. And yeah, I might also do the double slasher shroud in near future. Or I might do more of this, I'm not sure, but I'll do more Romancing Saga 3 anyway. But yeah, for now, thank you for watching and see you later.